to work for 3 months out of the year.
Okay, 3 months out, there's 90 solid days. Yourself, anyway, you had a goal?
I want to have a shop
Uh-huh.
in Montesando or as a procurement to sell my artwork.
Okay.
And I want to have a class inside my shop.
Awesome. What about yourself? You have a goal or a dream? Does it need to be professional? Be anything.
It's $1 million cash flow income real estate.
Excellent. Okay, so we all got dreams, we all got visions, we all have goals. Now, my next question is, how many of you know exactly how to get there? I had a feeling you might say that, Sam. Who knows exactly how to get there? Proven, they know it. They know if they do this, this, and this, it's going to work.
I know, but can I execute?
We all have dreams and aspirations. Those are, exactly. So, I'd like to talk about, first of all, what are your goals? And I was asked you just now, what are those goals? And how do you get there? Okay? Because we don't know. Because if we knew exactly which steps and what actions would get us there, we'd already be there. It would have happened by now. Doesn't mean, what doesn't happen now doesn't mean it's never going to happen. And I'm going to introduce to you tonight a simple tool that will help you, with a little bit of help from your friends, support from your network, be able to develop a plan to execute so you can reach that mountaintop and that goal in your life. Okay? So, let me first start. It starts with dreams. It starts with aspirations. It starts with those things in your heart. You say, you know, I want to be working 3 months out of the year. Okay? I want to have my own business. I want to be financially not only independent, but $10 million in cash flow with regards to real estate. These are the things you want. And that's what you're going to need to get there. If you've got that and a couple of tools, I guarantee you can accomplish your goals. Wouldn't be lying to you. Guaranteed. So, as I mentioned before, what are the necessary actions? What are the concrete steps? We know we need money, I think, right?
Right.
For your goal, you need money. You need customers. You need a house, a building. Someone else. Your goal. What is your goal? Your dream.
Good question. I'd like to make another cash flow.
Is it real estate or something else?
Yeah, other than real estate.
Other than real estate, right? Exactly. So he's going to try to get. He's in real estate, just so you know. He's in real estate. And outside of real estate, he's actually going to step out on something he hasn't done before. So it's like a puzzle. It's like a Rubik's Cube. It's solvable, but how do you do it? You need a guide. So, ask your question. Does anyone know exactly what steps Apple took to be successful? Does anyone know the exact steps they took? What they did? Does anyone know?
A step, well, something.
Okay, give me an idea.
Innovation.
Innovation, okay.
Thinking outside the box.
Thinking outside the box, good phrase. What about yourself?
One bathroom in the building.
That'll do it too.
That
People
was-
can't go to the bathroom, right?
That was a major innovation of Steve Jobs. One bathroom in the building, because then everybody comes to the bathroom, and Apple is a company built on synergies.
Right.
And so able to get people to connect across disciplines.
Right.
You make one bathroom, so you get people from IT talking to people from programming.
Get people to share ideas, right?
And that was one of the things Steve
I
Jobs
was
did.
thinking only 1 urinal. I was like,
Profiting from failure.
Profit from failure. Those are good concepts. Those are things. But the question is, will they work for you? Will those actions they took? Let's say, for instance, anyone wants to start a shop. Her creating one bathroom in the shop, is that going to make her successful? One bathroom in her home going to make her successful? If she profits from loss, well, if you don't have any money and you can't afford to lose, let me show you just an example of some of the enablers of Apple. Okay? There's some of them. It's all their distributors, all of their partners. Okay? Do you know what they did with each partner? How they contribute? That's very complicated. That's over 100 names. I think there's another page of them too. Right there. All these relationships, all these different people, all these different companies working together and supporting them in various different ways. It's so complicated you can't even map it out. But I doubt that if you contract one of these companies, suddenly you're going to be wealthy. It's your plan. It's the relationship between you and those different organizations. It's the people who meet outside that bathroom. They don't want to talk to each other, you know, or they have nothing positive to share. So it's not just concepts. It's not just business partners. It's not just an action they did, but the action in the context of your strengths, of who you happen to be. You. So I would like to distribute as a piece of paper which person is going to provide me with what I need. And more importantly, what do I have to do in that relationship to get what I need? And this is where you start. You start with yourself. What it is your goals are, what you want to accomplish. And you see around you have stakeholders. The people you believe can enable you and empower you to do those things. Pretty simple. If I was a 6-year-old kid, I want candy. Mama, that's my stakeholder. Dad, that's my stakeholder. Let's start very simple, you know? I want a good night's sleep. You know, my kids, they're my stakeholder. My wife, she's my stakeholder. Write that down. What can they provide me? Peace of mind, allowances to go to sleep. But how do I get that from them? What do I need to improve myself? What do I need to add to my equation to get from them what I need? Okay? So let's just do this very simply. Can someone, let's say for instance, anyone, your shop. Okay? Name me one person, one thing that needs to provide you with something. What do you need to do that? No, it doesn't need to be one person. What do you need to do
I
that?
need to have
Your business, yes. What do you need?
I need money.
Exactly. Okay. Okay. Money. Who's going to give you that money? Who do you think?
I don't have petrol.
Exactly. Who can enable you to get that money? Who or what can enable you?
Me.
You. Right. Or sugar daddy. Or a bank. Or a bank. It's that simple. Or a bank. Let's be honest. I know people who are bankrupt and they want money. They want to start their own business. And they're like, I need money. Well, one of your stakeholders is a bank. They're like, well, the bank won't give me money. Of course, not yet. But if you make a plan to get from the bank that money, then you start building up yourself, become attractive enough for other people to want to be involved in you. Okay? I don't like to have talks get into a negative realm, but I will say something a little negative. We all want something, right? Those people we're close to, I don't mean on a personal level, people you love, I'm talking professionally. They offer you something. That's not a lie. They give you something. So you're not going to get something from anyone by not being able to give them something. So in that relationship, whether it's the sugar daddy, you have to give him something. Okay? Your customer, you have to give him something. And this helps you map it out. When I coach people, and I coach them a great deal, that's the first thing. What is it you want? And who can give it to you? You can't change them, but you can sort of figure out together how you can get what you want from that person. Of course, it's not that simple, but it's pretty straightforward. You fill out this document. It says department. That's because I use this for internal for companies. But also, it could be company that person's from. Okay? The improvement you want to do, the thing you want to do to build a relationship with that person and strengthen your position with them. But then there's certain techniques you can do. Once you know those people, it's time to go out and find them. For instance, Apple couldn't just have chosen any distributor or any company to help them build their components. Okay? It didn't happen that way. They had to find out which were the best for them. You know? Which sugar daddy is the best for you? Which bank is the best? Which market is the best for you? Right? Which industry provides the best opportunities for growth? Such as actuarial. For the actuarial market. These are the things you need to be able to investigate. And as a coach, help you investigate these things and understand those things. In addition, you want to find things, companies, people who are similar to yourself. We help you investigate that to see what they did. Okay? If we use Apple as an example for our own personal success, we won't be very successful because they're a software company. I'm an individual working in a different industry, different time, different country. So these are the type of things that a coach or a counselor helps you do. We've mapped it out. Okay? We investigated which stakeholders are the best for you, what they can offer, and then what you can offer them. This is very similar. What strengths do they have? Okay? What strengths do they have? How can they enable you? As I mentioned before, you've got to enable them. There's something they need. You need to provide it. You understand what your talents are. And as a coach, that's what I do. What you're good at. You know what? You know what you're good at? I'll tell you what you're good at. You're good at being enthusiastic about other people's ideas. I'll tell you why. I was sitting with you on my balcony. Koji was sitting there, playing his tunes, his beats, and you showed such enthusiasm, you blushed. You were like, that's great music. But it showed in your face, in your mannerisms. So first, if you were starting a business, using your personal ability would make you successful. That's your talent. That's one of them. Not the only one, that's one of them there. Okay? And he was faithful. She is faithful. You know, every black professional man.
She is at everyone.
Yeah.
And that's trust. Someone will trust you because you're consistent.
Yeah.
Consistency is important. These are the things that are your strengths. And I coach you to use those to your best advantage with those partners who are going to respond to that. Okay? And next is networking. I won't bore you with a YouTube video of a talk I've done. We can watch it later. But we hope you networking. How do you network? Does anyone know the first rule of networking? Have a policy. I know you hear me all the time. But anyone, a rule of thumb you've heard about networking? You've heard something, Sam.
Be there.
Be there. Okay. Anything else?
Maybe ask questions to other people. Like try to be engaged in the other person more so than you're engaged in yourself. Don't sell yourself. Listen to the other person.
Exactly. Perfect. How many times have you been sitting with someone and they're talking about themselves? You're like, oh, they're talking a lot about themselves. Man, they talk a lot. Thing is though, flip that over the next week and you'll be doing the same thing. Oh, that's bad. Humans need to talk about themselves. It's a fact. When you go to a networking event, what's going to make someone feel really good, honestly, is letting them talk to you. Let them tell you what they feel. Herman mentioned the example, you meet someone on the street, you have a really good engaging conversation. They talk to you. They're like, wow, David's great, he listened to me. Yeah, I'm good, I heard my story, and he bowed, and he was really friendly and engaging, you know? You know, Tarada time when I went to go meet her to discuss my will, she came in the room really like she'd been busy and like she rushed into the room. It's like, wow, you know, she's here for me, you know? But it's that interest. And what I do as a coach is coach you to really want to do that. I tell people, be interested in other people, be engaged. And people are like, well, that's a pain, people talk too much. I've had that conversation with you, Sam. You're like, well, what if someone talks too much? And I get a little tired. Trust me, if the person's talking a lot, there's something to be learned there. If only about their personality. But, true. But, and I'll get this conversation, I'll be a little long-winded. But I coach you on how to really want it. But there are values, you get benefits from engaging others. And I'll show you to see those. You be like, wow, that was great. You just keep doing it. And then networking becomes easy. Just sitting there listening to people. Understanding what they want, and you connect people because you heard their story.
Yeah.
Man, that's where you add value. So, and how do you build trust? And that way you will reach the mountaintop. The mountain pictures you've seen are all of Everest. Okay? One of the first slides on how to get there, you saw this mountain. You're like, what is that? That's the base camp of Mount Everest. When you're standing there, there's Mount Everest. You know you want to get to the top. But how? In the Lord's name, are you going to get there? Okay?
Helicopter.
Right. Exactly. You know? That's your neighborhood. How do you get that helicopter? That's where I coach out. Right? So, in short, map it out. That's simple. Then sit with someone you trust. Be a coach, be a friend, say, what can these people provide me? What do I have I can provide them? And you work on those relationships, and I guarantee over time, you're going to start, you might not get to the mountaintop you thought you were getting to, but your ability to provide for others, they're going to start providing for you. Not because they want to, they just will. They can't help it. They like you. They're here to you. So that's it. Hope you had a, I didn't talk too much, but I did.